All right, folks, bad day. Let's talk about it. I just broke my awesome green streak that I was having, and had quite a few green days in a row. And today is my first red day, and it's pretty big. So I knew this was kind of bound to happen at some point. So, anyways, let's take a look at it, and I'll show you what happened today. Here we go. This is the performance for today. So I actually started off not too bad. I traded PETZ. This was in play. I'll show you the chart in just a moment here. And it was, I think the market was kind of slow today in the small cap world, and PETZ was a former runner, and it's been on kind of an upswing, and I thought it had some potential today, and it did. So I traded it earlier in the morning, and I did well. I got started at 239, first trade, excellent. Got all the way up to about 613, and then that's when things went downhill. Just over traded it, I think, a bit. And from there, you know, dropping down, then going negative 400 on it, and that was a kind of a red flag for me there. And throughout that, I just kept fighting it and thought, okay, things aren't going well. Let me try to get back positive and then end the day. And, you know, I stuck around hoping that we would have some other momentum with some other stocks. And, you know, that really just wasn't the case. And so therefore I felt some desperation, which was not good, and decided to keep trading for anything that was potential. And because of it, I went big red, especially on my last two trades. They were huge, and I was just over leveraged, way too big share size. And so anyways, today I'm down negative 3,267 bucks, which is a huge one. And I think what happened, I want to show you my calendar here, because I think I was probably feeling a little overconfident, kind of feeling bulletproof. I had what is it, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 days as a complete green streak. So I was feeling probably a little untouchable in a sense, and that's never good. I was trying to stay humbled and, you know, just say, hey, even a couple $100 today is fine to be green and walk away. But I fought it big time and failed. So here we are. Yesterday, I think being up yesterday, $4,000 really put it in my head like, hey, I've got room to lose if I'm going to go for, you know, bigger trades. And that's kind of was my problem there. So you should never really be trading your P&L. You should always be trading the setups. But it's, you know, I track my P&L, and it's an important thing for me to see where I'm at on the week, the month, all that kind of stuff. And but sometimes that gets in your head a little bit, and it what do I say? It kind of takes over trading sometimes when you're not trading the setups. You're sometimes just trading where you're at on the day, which is never a good thing. So here we go. Let's go ahead and show you the trades. Yeah, we got PETZ. That was the first one. Now this one, let's look at the yearly chart real quick on it, which is important, and then I'll show you the daily. So here's the yearly. And reason I was kind of heavy on trading this today, because it seemed like the only mover. And I know this, you know, I made some good money on it yesterday. It's had a nice run up. And on the yearly chart here, you know, we got this crazy day that happened. I don't really expect it to go all the way, you know, potentially to retest this prior high of 1452. But I thought to myself, okay, we've broken past a lot of these lower limits, and we've got, you know, clear skies basically all the way up to that point. And so I knew there was potential, but I wanted to trade a little carefully. And what happened here is I had some awesome trades on this. Once I saw this was moving up, goes into a halt. Okay, that's excellent. This is the one that's moving. This is the one I want to trade. And so I took a ton of trades on it and was doing really good on it. throughout here and here. But then we got to this point here where I thought, we were breaking down, but it was still holding. The fact that it was still above VWAP was very impressive, still showing that it was stabilizing, not just completely ripping down to the downside and selling off quickly. So it was stabilizing there, and I thought, okay, we might have potential to retest these highs or break past. So I'm gonna stay involved in it, and I just took so many trades in here, anticipating some breakouts, and turned out to be wrong on some of them, and just really overtraded it. I think this was a 1 zone 2 here, where it looked like maybe we were forming kind of a slight ascending triangle in this moment, and like a flat top breakout, but this is where it turned out, or I went negative and held this here, and we had a flash down, and I ended up just selling it. So I did get out of it, but it was my first big hit, and that's where I went negative on the day. And then I missed out on this piece here. This was kind of a random flash up. We were breaking down, and then boom, we explode, go through VWAP. So I missed that, tried to hop in for more trades. Quite a bit of chop in here, and then it broke down again. So this was tricky. Really tricky, and I just overstayed my welcome on it, and it overtraded it a ton. So from there, I was just kind of going sideways. And I guess after that, it just felt like the market was stagnant and there wasn't really much moving up, much to trade. So I moved on. There were 2 other trades, KPLT and SOPA. So KPLT was kind of uneventful. Did have a move up. I tried to kind of get into some moves here and got caught on the backside for a negative trade, and then moved on over to SOPA. Now this one, I'm kind of all mixed up on this one. It had an impressive run. It's up 436% today, so that's a massive move. Now, when I look at this chart, I think that, this was an IPO today. So all in here, we had halts going up to the upside, and these were just ridiculous in the sense that there's not much volume. So I looked at this and go, I'm not interested at this point, because you can't get in, you can't get out, or it's very difficult to do that. And you're just hoping that it flashes up and you can sell before the next halt happens. And I don't necessarily like to get involved with that unless there's a ton of volume. And there wasn't a whole lot throughout this. So I just kind of avoided it until we get back into this area where it got out of the halt zone and was actually trading. So I got a few trades in, nothing was good, but I missed out on this move and then tried to hop in later thinking, oh man, this has broken the previous high. We did go into a halt, but now it looks like it's really moving up. We broke that previous high of 41.83. So when I saw this, when I took a look back at it, I kind of missed most of the move, but hopped in anticipating that we were possibly going to go higher. And what happened, my mistake here is I sized in way too big and started accumulating in this zone here, waiting for a move higher. We didn't get it, but we didn't get a huge breakdown, so I was holding it, thinking we might have an eventual rip. And by that time, it got close to market close, and I decided to hold it and went into after hours, and it just broke down. And it was a massive loser. So my problem there was just sizing in too big, just trying to like swing for a home run on this thing. And had it continued, it would have been a great move, but realistically, we had the breakdown, and after hours was so slow. There's no volume in this thing right now, and so I just wanted to make sure I could get out, and ended up getting out. Where did I get out? At 40.93. So pathetic. It was this little last curl up, but horrible trade there. And that was my greedy move today. I went from negative 1,000 and $1,200 to negative 3,000. So absolute greed, horrible move there. And I pretty much wasted the day with this one. So, I mean, that was my trading today. You know, I look at my calendar and go, I guess I could have afforded it today to do that, but it was just such a home run swing. It was the size was way too big. So, you know, I'm still negative or positive on this week. I'm up $829, but that's not a big cushion, especially if, you know, I'm making big trades like that. So I think for the strategy for tomorrow is I've either got to pull back, I've got to, you know, take note of how the market is. If it's slow, I shouldn't be hanging out, trading in it. And if it's a hot market and there's a lot of things moving, up, I'll trade it. And I just need to adjust my share size to maybe not go as crazy as I did today, because I can't break that cushion here. I want to make sure I'm positive for this week and finish good. But yeah, I mean, those are massive swings for me. Up 4K one day and then down negative 3K. I could have easily walked away with, you know, a negative $1,000 today, and I still would have been fine. But went crazy, so well, absolutely my fault and got greedy. So that's it for today. Let me know how you guys did today. Let me know what you traded. Did you think the market was slow? Were you green? Were you red? Love to hear from you guys. So that's it for today. See you tomorrow on Wednesday.